Well, I think it was pretty obvious what happened tonight. You know, we did all the classic things that you cannot do to win games on the road. You know, offensively, we turned the ball over 3 times. That certainly, against a good football team on the road, that certainly is not going to get you any wins. You know, every time we had any positive momentum going, it seemed like you know, we have some sort of penalty or whatnot, and our margin for error is very slim. So when we have a positive play, you know, we had way too many penalties. Can't have any negative plays on the road. Had way too many of those. Offensively, I saw a lot of drop balls. I thought that we were very poor in terms of catching the ball. You know, he ran the ball well. But again, turning the ball over, dropping passes on critical downs, getting penalties to negate positive plays, all of that is recipes for losing. Defensively, again, we gave up you know, a long 90-something yard run. You know, I felt like, you know, most of the night our defense, you know, hung in there and played tough, and I saw a lot of guys out there I was proud of in terms of body language and keep playing and keep fighting, trying to get the ball back. I think we continue to make progress in the third down area, but again, it was too many big plays. I think at one point, you know, there were several passes that he hit over and over and over again in terms of completions in a row. But again, you know, too many explosive plays on their part offensively. Special teams wise, again tonight I thought was solid for us, but being what I just said about defensively and offensively, that's why we lost the game. I think it's pretty glaring.
Questions?
Do you assess Trotter and Kyle Frazier's play tonight?
Well, you know, we won't be able to fully assess it obviously until we see exactly what the film said. You know, I thought Kyle came in there. We had a good plan for him and him doing some of the things, running the ball. Again, we're expanding, you know, a little bit every week what he can do throwing the football. You know, he had a big learning moment in there, you know, big teaching moment in there today. You know, we had the wheel open. It's only going to be open in college for a split second, and he threw it up there and he got picked. And you know, those windows in college close quick. So. But running the football, I thought he did a nice job. Barrett Trotter, I think he struggled some tonight, but it wasn't all Barrett Trotter. I'll make sure I'll make that real clear. You know, I've got 4 or 5 drops on the top of my head right now. One of them, you know, one of the turnovers should have been a catch. I mean, you throw the ball and you hit a guy in the hands, you know, he's got to catch the ball. So. But we'll go back and we'll assess quarterback play as well as everybody else's play. But this was a total team loss. This was not a guy or a side of the ball or you know, the score was 21-14 at the half, and we received the ball coming out. We hadn't turned the ball over, and the game was well within reach. And we turned the ball over 3 times in the second half and let a 92-yard run get away from us. So I think all that's self-explanatory.
With how much Kyle was involved tonight, did any of that have to do with it being his homecoming, or is he just gelling in this offense?
Yeah, it had nothing to do with where we were playing. It was just his evolution in the offense.
Was there any thought of going to Clay Mosley any time earlier in the game?
You know, again, let me say there was a lot of circumstances in there that weren't necessarily quarterback related. You know, when you throw to your tight ends and your running backs and your wideouts and they all drop balls, that's not necessarily a quarterback problem. So, you know, and again, we're going to go back and assess everything, and you know, but that's why I say that was a team loss, and there were some spots in there that I was proud of our team on the way they played, particularly defensively, in a lot of ways where their back was, you know, their back was against the wall. But we didn't play well enough to win. So we got to regroup, not let this game beat us twice, go out there and get ready to play next week.
Second half, looked like your defense did a pretty good job getting them off the field, except for that one series.
Well, I feel like defensively, the second half, you know, we had a good idea of what the plan was going in. It was a very high-powered offense. Threw for over 500 yards a week before, so I thought our pressure package was getting there. When we didn't pressure him is when he was having success. You know, we got a turnover defensively, but we didn't get enough. But you know, overall, I think we're going to be able to look back at this film and see again some more defensive progress, which we're going to need to continue to grow to give us a chance to win as we continue on in this stretch.
You all had 168 yards of offense and 14 points in the first quarter. Did they make any adjustments after that gave y'all problems, or was it more the mistakes y'all were?
I think it was probably more us. You know, I think it was an Auburn problem, and you know, again, we just didn't do the things that you need to do to win. You know, catching the football, not turning it over.
Take a few more. Anything else? All right, Coach, thank you.
Thank you.